Hello guys, I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. We're going to take a look at some gear. I'm going to start reviewing a bit of gear which I use. Today I've got the EBS Micro Bass Dual Preamp DI box. And to show you how the effects loop works on this, I've also plugged in my Octave OC2 Octave pedal, which some might argue isn't the best octave pedal these days. There's some amazing ones around, but I've always used this. I've had it for 25 years. I've had some great results with it, and I'll also provide a link to this in the description box, which will show you this actual pedal, well, these two pedals in action. It was just a recording I did for a function band in the UK, and they asked me to just play bass on a couple of tracks, and I did that, and I used the octave pedal on one of them, which is a Shaka Khan tune called Never Too Much, so do check that in the descriptions. And if you hear it through a decent set of speakers, you'll hear the cool tone that this can make. Now, the tracking isn't always the best in it, but I think if you know how to use it, it's fine. It works well. You can get some really good synthy bass sounds from it. And on the micro bass, this is what it's really all about. I'm going to just go through all the functions of the Micro Bass 2 by EBS. Now it's a DI box here. I've just got it set up just as a DI box, so that means my bass is going into here and it's coming straight out through this DI lead into the interface and straight through into the computer over there. I do have an output on here as well, which I would send here to the bass amp. So that would go to the desk on a live gig. This will go out to the bass amp, and then I plug in through the A here. If we had two basses, I plug in through A and B. If I've got one bass, I plug in through the A channel, and I can switch between the A and the B channel here and get different tones. And I can combine the A and B channel together. There you go, so it just stays either A or it combines them both together there. Okay, so I'll go through a few of the basic functions. So we've got our A and B switch, we've got our mute switch here, we've got our pad switch. So at the minute, like I said, I'm pre-EQ, so pre this, it's just using the DI. So that's just a clean DI. I'm just using the jazz bass set into its passive mode here, and the tone control's fully open. Okay, so that's just that. So if we deselect the pre-EQ, now it's going to engage everything which is on here. So I'm going through the A channel here, so I've got a boost, got a bass and a treble, we've got a bright switch, a filter enhancer, and we've got the tune simulator, but this is at the end of all of the signals here, so that affects your output, and it just gives it a little, it actually puts a little bit of, it sounds like brightness to me when it puts on there, opens the sound a little bit, it's pretty cool. So we've got it all set to pre, we've not got the speaker simulator on here, and we've got the tube sim there, so I've not put that on, that just acts as a speaker, kind of as if you're going through a speaker miking up, I suppose. Got the ground lift, gets rid of any hums and buzzes or anything like that if you're on a gig which has got any interference. Now if we had the pre-EQ, we've got the effects loop and return here, we'll go over those. We've got a volume here for the headphones, and I'm powering it just off a 9-volt DC here, as I am with the octave pedal as well. Okay, so here's the clean channel. I've just got it all set pretty flat. I've got the bass up, but I have padded it so it doesn't clip my Logic Pro, the computer, too much. So here we go, clean sound. Okay, so we've got to the clean sound, then we've got the slap bass sound. So that's the slap bass sound there, and you can boost the bass, you can boost the treble, we could put the bright on there so we get the top end boosted a little bit. And then we've got a filter enhancer here, which again boosts some more of the signal. I'm not sure which frequency this is set at, but and then the tube. See, which warms that sound up a bit. I think the circuitry in that is very similar to what the EBS put in, or it might be exactly the same as what they put in their EBS bass heads and amps. So then we've got the A channel. Very way different. I've got this. We've got a drive on here, so you can really distort. You know, here we've got an edge, which again is a higher end part of the frequency. We've got the frequency shiftable mid frequencies here. So what you can do here to hear what they are, you can really boost the mid level and then find the frequency. You know, got the lows there. You know, from 50 Hertz, there's your 250, and then you can either boost or cut or whatever you want to do with those to shape your sound. So, and maybe boost the mids, and you've got a bit of the drive on as well. Get a bit more of an old school sound, maybe. And then we can put them both together. We've got the A on the B circuit there, so you can really hear a kick in there, so you can use that as a shift up. Turn the boost down a bit on that. Okay, there we go. And that's that. So then, let's stick it back on the A here, just a bit, so I'm not overdriving anything. We've got the effects loop. So I'll just put this on. You've got the mix mode here, so you can mix in as much as the effect as you want. I've just got it on full at the minute, and if I engage that pedal there. There we go. And that's the EBS Micro Bass 2 and the Boss OC2 Octave. I don't think you can buy these new anymore actually, so you'd have to look on eBay for one. I think about 100 quid. I think they're becoming quite rare, but they do a new one. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it looks pretty much the same, I think. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that video, and do check out the link below so you can see all this stuff in action in a live recording studio. So there we go. Thanks for listening again, and see you soon. Cheers.